Hey guys, you guys saw the thumbnail. You know what this is about. We are prepping the bike for the Silver Kings Hard Enduro. If you guys are new here to the channel and you saw the thumbnail, you said prepping for a hard enduro. Okay, yeah, let's check that out. Here's the situation. I am a long-time dirt bike racer. Not as long as you might think. I didn't get my first bike until I was 26, but I've been racing dirt bikes for a long time, and I love it. And I'm a decent one. I race in the 40A class generally. I do okay there. Mid-pack usually there. I've won a few races there in that class. I do okay. I have a lot of fun. I love racing dirt bikes, but I like dirt bikes to go fast. The whole point of a dirt bike to me is to go across the ground quickly. In my previous life, I was a climber, rock climber, ice climber, big high alpine climber, things like that. And if I wanted to go slow, that's what I did. I went and picked my way up big things. So to me, dirt biking was all about going fast. So I don't really get the hard enduro thing. It doesn't really make any sense to me. But it's a kind of racing I've never done. I've raced the Baja 1000. I've raced tons of hare scrambles. I've raced National Hare and Hounds. I've raced enduros, like really hard, normal enduros. So yeah, it's a kind of racing I haven't done. I also haven't done a sprint enduro, so I want to put one of those on the list too. And I like hard stuff. I like hard techie terrain. But I think I'm getting myself into something I may or may not regret. But I'm going to take this 2023 300XC, which is named Loretta, the game changer, and we are going to take her up to the Silver Kings Hard Enduro up in Kellogg, Idaho. And today is the day we're going to prep it and get it ready. So we're just going to go through this video. We're going to go through all the things we're doing to get this thing ready for a big, nasty race. First things first, this tank has got to go. I do not need a big tank. I do not need to carry that extra weight around. So I'm putting the stock tank back on. I'm going to be taking that thing off. Once I get that seat and tank and everything off, I'm going to take it out and really clean this thing to a deep, deep, deep clean. Once I get that done, I'll come back and we'll get the tank swapped. Now, it's interesting. I actually have a pump right over there that I was going to have all prepped and ready, so all I had to do was change shrouds out, but I sold a friend of mine the filter off that pump and the connector, the quick connector on the pump, so I got to swap pumps. It's a little silly, but it's easy to do, super easy, especially on this tank. I don't love the whole situation with the tank pickup and all that, but the upside is it's real easy to change pumps. We're just going to take these 4 screws out. We're going to take that pump out, drop it in there. We're going to swap some bolts over like these guys here, put the shrouds on it, and we'll put it back on, and we'll get on to the next thing that we're going to do. Just so you know, my goal basically with the prep is A, protect the bike, make sure it's not going to break on me, which is pretty much already done, but then also lighten it up. I want to try to take as much weight off of this thing as I can without compromising protection, because my version of hard enduro is a lot of picking the motorcycle up and off the ground, and every time I don't have to pick up another 7 pounds, that will be nice. So again, I know I don't have to put all the gas in it, but you know what I'm talking about. Let's get these pumps swapped and we'll move on to the next thing. There we go. Super easy. So actually, while that's off, why don't we check our coolant level, make sure we're good. See if we can do this with one hand. There we go. All right. Top her off. I think it's just below the fins. Definitely gotten this bike hot a few times. There we go. That puts it right at the top of the fins. That's where we want it. Oh, I just realized. Now it's going to blink a fuel pump code at me because I tried to start it. I just wanted to run it to see if I got any air bubbles. The codes on these things, guys, are super annoying. I've got an ignition coil fault code still. Now I'm going to have that fuel pump code. I wish, anyway, I'm hoping there's a new map out. I know some of you guys already have it. I haven't had a chance to get down to my dealer yet and get it put in. But I'm hoping that fixes a bunch of this false code crap. Anyway, so it's frustrating. All right, guys, next thing to go is going to be the counter shocks. I really like the counter shocks for higher speed riding, hair scrambly kind of stuff, even just trail riding. It really works. But in hard enduro, I don't think it makes any difference because you're going so slow crawling through that stuff. I don't think it makes any difference, and so I'm taking it off because it is 1.6 pounds. That's 1.6 pounds I don't have to pick up every time I fall over. All right, guys, next thing I'm going to add to it, although this is quite a bit lighter than the counter shock, so it's not, we're still a net loss, also with the tank and everything, from how I had it set up. I am going to put some of these Klaxon tugger straps on because I have a feeling I'm going to need some help at times. So we are going to get these guys on. These things are really sweet. Looks like this is for the rear, and I think, yep, this is for the front. So we're going to install these. This other piece is like a toe strap to throw out to someone. I don't think I'm going to do that, but we are going to definitely install the front. Gonna have to drop the forks down, slide it over for the front, and then the back. Gonna have to figure out the back because it's made for. It's got holes in it. I think I see we're gonna put this. Let's get this installed first, and then we'll drop the forks. So let's see if they're long enough. It may not be long enough. At all long enough. So, all right. We're gonna have to figure something out. I don't know if this is gonna go. We're gonna skip the rear tugger for now. All right, guys, got that on there. Drop that down. Pretty sweet. The way they have it set up, they've got an elastic piece in here so that it fits nice and tight against your number plate. But when you pull it, you've got some give, so you can actually get in there behind it. So I like that a lot. These are available. Those are available from our friends at First Track Motorsports. Ben Nicholson, First Track Motorsports, sent me these. So thank you very much, Ben. Use our link below, firsttrackmoto.com/HighlandsCycles, and then use our code Highland Cycles, Highland-Cycles, I think is the code, for free shipping. Save some money, get some cool stuff. Thank you, Ben. I really appreciate it. He's helped us out a ton. So I'm going to torque those back down. Quick thing, guys. It is important on these. These are only 12 Newton meters and 17 up here. The reason that these are so low is that if you squeeze this too tightly, this bushing, as it comes up through here, will actually damage this outer fork tube. So don't over tighten that. Just don't do it. It will cause you more trouble in the long run. So 12 Newton meters down there, 17 is up here. You can do a little bit more because it doesn't obviously slide that far up, and you want it nice and stiff because if you fall over, you don't want your wheel getting twisted super easy. So get that done, we'll move on to the next thing. All right, guys, got the tank on, everything bolted up, it's looking good there. I'm just looking for a place to put this rear tugger because I kind of want it on there if I can do it, and I think I might have found a spot. So there's two bolts, one there for the rear fender, and they're good. They got the big wide washer on them, a little shoulder, which I think, let's see, I think that, yeah, actually that shoulder fits perfectly. So now I think I can get that down in there. I think it's gonna work. Let's take a look here. It's good so far. It's into the subframe and it's just holding the fender on, so I think it should be good. There we go. Now let's see if we can get the seat on and off. The cool thing about the new bike is the seat actually latches like on going back, so we don't have to like go through it and then back. So I think it might actually, yeah, perfect. Yeah, I like it. Also nice, got the elastic here to help, you know, hold it down, although it's still pretty loose, but I'm okay with that. That feels good. All right, next up is an oil change. Not a big surprise. Dude, this magnet, look at that thing. That is so burly. This is that super crazy magnet drain plug you can get from First Strike Motorsports. So if you like that thing, you want one of those, check that out. firststrikemoto.com/Highland Cycles, all that stuff. The link is in the description. It's pretty sweet though. It's super magnety. Super magnety. That's not a word, but it's high level magnetism. And so if anything were to come loose, it's definitely going to grab it and hopefully keep it from going and scattering through the rest of your motor. That oil does not look bad, which is good because I've been beating on it with the clutch. I feel really good about that, actually. I like the way that looks. While we're waiting for that, let's pull the air filter. What Morgan's air filter looks like. All that talk. Oh, man. Looks brand new. Yep. Actually, that is barely... Okay, I'm not changing that. I'm going to oil up another one. I cannot bring myself to take that out, even though I'm getting ready to go to the race. That looks perfect. It's because I think I did it right before one of my hard enduro training sessions, which was in the wet by myself. So, yeah, it looks perfect. So, awesome. Proud of me for that. All right, so while that's draining, let's talk about everything else going on this bike that I have, and I feel good about the hard enduro situation. So first of all, running Bulletproof Designs wheels. Thank you very much, Bulletproof Designs. I will be taking my stock wheels with me as spares. Going to be running the IRC VX40 front tire and the JX8 rear tire. They have a new rear tire for me there in Idaho. They're going to be swapping that for me. I'm really liking the moose balls that are drilled on this. They feel really good, nice and squishy. You can see, even with my weak little hands, they squish a lot. So I like that a lot. I'm running 1352 gearing, which is stock was 1449, so quite a bit lower gearing for this, as you would imagine. It's better for all the hard and nasty stuff. We have a Bulletproof Designs swing arm guard, a Chirby's chain guide, because I couldn't get a TM at the time, and I like it a lot, actually. It's held up really well. Crosslink components, massive thank you to those guys for these swing arm guards. These are working out so well. I have a lot of guys saying, well, but don't they trap dirt and what? Dude, first of all, they come off really easy to clean, and every time I've pulled them off, they've been really clean underneath there. Because you can take the pressure washer and blow in here. They haven't been collecting dirt like everybody said they would. I'm going to be running Carapax foot pegs. I was hoping to get my offset ones, but they just weren't ready yet. They're actually going to be here probably this week, and I'm already going to be gone. I'm going to be going with 5 down and 10 back. But these are the stock placement, which I really like. I love these pegs. No, they're not tearing my boots up too fast. I'm super happy with them. Bulletproof Designs shift lever, really nice. Got a stainless steel insert here, so it's not likely to spin on the shaft. Enduro Hog engine cover, really nice. Bulletproof Designs throttle body protector and power valve protector. Stock seat. A lot of you guys give me a hard time about the color of that seat and everything. I freaking love it. So, yeah. As you guys probably saw, the Moto's super sexy hand-welded stainless steel cone pipe. Really excited about that. I'm probably going to absolutely destroy it, but it's so pretty and I like it a lot. I haven't ridden the bike yet with it on there. It's supposed to be their torque pipe. I'm expecting good low-end power. I'll be taking my FMF gnarly just in case for some reason I don't like this, also for a spare. Bulletproof Designs radiator guards, best in the business, hands down. These are the FM Parts full wrap. Fork guards, I like those a lot. Got those from Ben at First Track Moto also. This is super trick. I love this thing. So the normal bolt that goes here kind of sticks out just a little. It's really small and low profile. But XC Gear, the guys who make my Mako 360, make this thing, and it fits right in there, and it's super clean and super nice. I love that thing. Intech rotors, thank you, massive thank you, James Richard. System Tech Racing, front disc guard, best in the business. I mean, I love the bulletproof one. I like all the other ones, they're good. This is better. It's carbon blade, G10 leading edge, slides off of things. It's super strong hitting this way. Not as strong this way, but still very strong, and it slides. I love that. Obviously, moose balls up front here too, not drilled out. Bulletproof Designs lower lug guard, obviously doing work for me, which is nice. Obviously, we're running TBT suspension. I think it's the best, period. 6500 kit in the forks. This is our A kit. This is the Highland Cycles developed A kit for these bikes. 6500 kit, valved by us, stock rear shock, but OEM or WP bladder kit, and then our valving that is so trick and so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Another Bulletproof Designs power valve cover, super nice. Tusk radiator fan with the Tusk controller. I really need to get rid of that Tusk controller, but I'm not going to this year or before this race. So I think I am going to get the Trail Tech controller because that thing has had some weird problems. And I've talked to a lot of you guys about that, but it is what it is. Hopefully it doesn't kill the battery or do something weird. Enduro Hog, clutch cover, guard like that. Got my Taco Moto fill plug, which is super sweet. Let's see, Bulletproof Designs link guard. So I am running the Enduro Engineering flap on the back of the stock skid plate. I like the stock skid plate, honestly. I've had no problems with that. I really, really like it. And with this guard, it's been great. This guard, all this guard does is help this to slide off of things. This does the protecting from the hits and keeps this thing from breaking. System Tech Racing rear rotor guard. I kind of like the Bulletproof Designs rear rotor guard better, but I bent one and they sent me another one. I've got it. I'm going to take it with me. But God, man, I like the System Tech Racing rotor guards. They're, like I said, they're carbon fiber blade, G10 leading edge, super strong, and they slide, which is nice. I really like that. Key for me is System Tech Racing brake cooler, caliper cooler. If I don't run this, I boil my brakes like 100%. DP pads on the rear. I really like DP brake pads. Got a solid rear rotor from Intech. I like that a lot. Also, run 2 rim locks from actually from Nitro Moose. Thank you. Got our spark arrestor from Spanish Fly. Hands down, best spark arrestor on earth for these things. It's a turbine core insert for the stock can. It is so cool. It doesn't take up any more space. It adds a tiny bit of weight, but it takes weight out, so the net is just a tiny bit more. And it is sweet. It flows like a stock one. It's so good. Now let's head up to the controls up front. Oh, wait. Have to mention my favorite thing, the S3 brake spring. So no brake spring here anymore. I broke my Bulletproof Designs brake lever, not because of Bulletproof Designs, but because of a huge crash practicing hard enduro. Snapped it off, so I put my stock one back on. I've got a brake Bulletproof Designs. I believe putting that back on for the race, but that's there for now because I wanted to ride. But yeah, so no brake spring here, just here, and it is so sweet because people keep asking me, like, because I keep mentioning on our social media stuff, Facebook and Instagram, and I'm like, that's my favorite thing. Like, what does it do? The cool thing is, first of all, you get rid of that other spring, which is, I don't know, no big deal, but that goes away. That's nice. Simplify, right? Also, the big thing it does is that it makes it stiffer, makes it much harder to depress the brake. And you're like, well, I don't want it to be hard. Yeah, you do with your foot. It's your foot. Like, it's not your front brake. You want that to be nice and light. But your foot, you want that to be heavy so you can actually feel it through your boots. Because your boots, hopefully you're using good boots and they're nice and stiff on the bottom. they're hard to feel the brake pedal through. Your foot might move really easily, but it's hard to feel it. So this gives you the feel, which then allows you to modulate that brake way better. It's so nice. Go to firsttrackmoto.com/Highland Cycles. Link in the description, all that good stuff. Buy one. They're worth it. They're awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right. G-Rip bar ends. So stoked on these things. I absolutely love these things. They have been brilliant. I'm going to be swapping out my grips today, so I got to do that. I'll show you guys what I'm going with. These are the stock ones. Have been fine. I'm not real picky with grips, but I do have some nice ones that I'm going to install. But the G-Rip bar ends, so good. Bulletproof Designs levers. They bend. They don't break. They're nice. Enduro Engineering flag handguards. I've been running these now for years. I like them. I'm never switching back. They're the ones that go onto the perch. They're awesome. One of the very first things I put on my bike, the Mako 360 SX. One of the best upgrades you can do, especially if you're an old person like me and your wrists and your arms and things like that aren't as good as they used to be. That is the key to being comfortable. Also, one of my favorite upgrades too, all my favorite upgrades are tiny, like the S3 brake thingy, and then the bomber bar switches from Moto Minded. First of all, split them, because I hate having them both on the single button. And these are nice big tactile switches. Actually feel them. You can easily get to that. I put the start on the left like the Euro guys do, because it really helps with hole shots, and I don't know, it just feels good. Like, and I get better starts. I like that thing over there. But the big key is having them separate. I really like that. Man, I think that's it. Oh, coolant. I forgot to mention, I run Evans coolant in my 2-strokes. I don't do it in 4-strokes because I think it lets them get too hot, but on the 2-stroke, 2-strokes just don't get that hot. So works great. I really like that a lot. So yeah. All right. So oil's drained. I'm going to fill that back up, and then we'll get on to the grips I'm using. Oh, guys, I do have to show you this when I'm changing oil. This funnel is super cool. I got this from Ben at First Track also. It's awesome. It just screws into the clutch cover. So it's got the same threads as your fill plug and just screws in. It's got a little air passage so that it doesn't, get trapped up in there. It's awesome. It's another simple thing. I love it though. It's so freaking cool. Yeah. Big fan. There we go. MX24 ×3. I don't know. It's rad. I like it. It only fits KTM, so if you have a YZ or something like that, I mean, it might fit another, like a Beta or something like that. I know it doesn't fit Japanese stuff, so pretty awesome. All right, so new grips. My other grips were honestly just getting worn. If you take a look here, you can see there we go. Right there, starting to get worn out. Also, I was falling over in the mud and they were peeling up. So, time for some new grips. These are the new EMIG Pro, and I like them. I haven't really ridden with them too much. I've ridden on other people's bikes with them. I really like them a lot. Couple things about them. They have an alloy end cap, which I don't need since I'm running the G-Rip. But if you don't run bar ends, this is much stronger. This is actually aluminum end cap, so it's pretty freaking amazing, honestly, that they have that. But quick thing, if you run Pro Taper bars, which I do, you absolutely have to grind down the knurling on the left side if you want to run ODIs, which is EMIG is ODI. Anyway, that's just part of ODI. They will not fit on the bar without grinding it down. So that's a die grinder and some time. Got that down. Now this will slide over. But I do have to cut that end, which is a little bit harder with the alloy end. But it's not bad when you're using a step bit. And the middle is still just plastic. So you can kind of get started there. There we go. All right, so you can see that slides on nice and easy now that I've ground that down. Let me show you why I like these G-rip bar ends. They actually go over the end of the bar, and by doing that, you gotta slide this on. By doing that, when they get hit like this or down or whatever, it doesn't want to bend the bolt. Like if this are out here, like most of them just mount up flush or tight to here, they'll bend and they'll jack this bolt up and all that stuff. And I definitely run the threaded bar ends in there. We run that. I'll get that nice and tight. And then we bring this back out to it. Get the lines where you want them. I like that too. I like that they don't have waffling here, but they have this to help, so if it gets slippery or whatever, you got some grip right there. I like that a lot. Now we're going to replace the throttle tube, and so quick little story here. I really like the Pro Taper lock-on grips a lot, honestly. That's what I'm running on my other bike, but they will not work with the new KTM throttle. This dual cable throttle, they won't work with it, and it's a bummer because I really do like them. I do like these Emig Pros are nice too, and it's fine. But I like the Pro Tapers. I wish I could run them on all the bikes, but I can't run them on this bike. I guess it's just part of the deal. This is the part that doesn't work on the Pro Taper. Pro Taper doesn't have a cam yet, so you got to use an ODI. Whatever. Obviously with this one, guys, you want to make sure you're inboard a little bit so you don't, because if you are pushed tight against that, it'll stick and stay on. It's not doing it because I'm not far enough over, but there you go. So I'm going to move inboard just a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to move, I want these lines just a little further under, so I got to move that cam just one position, hopefully. Be right where I want it. I like it. There we go. So one last thing. At least I think that's all we got to do. Stick with me here because I'll probably find some more stuff. But you guys probably noticed this. It's because I crashed enough times that I bent this inner piece and lost the screw because it went right there. So let me show you something. So Enduro Engineering sells new ones of just these, which is super sweet. Got a brand new one. Way less than buying the whole thing. Obviously. Boom, there we go. All fresh and happy, nice and strong. These things, guys, honestly are amazing. I have hit some stuff super hard and it's not hit my fingers. I've not destroyed any fingers or levers or anything like that. So I think we're done, guys. Oil's changed, air filter's good. Gonna lube the chain, and then I think we're good to go. Comment below what I missed. What did I miss? What could I have done better for a hard enduro setup? We're gonna find out, obviously. I'm gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go get after it. And I've been warned by someone here on the internet who told me that I really probably shouldn't race the silver class. I probably don't have any business there, and I probably don't. I probably really don't have any business in the silver class. But I race A elsewhere. They said to sign up in the normal class you race, so I signed up in A, and that puts me in the silver class. whatever. If I suck, I suck. It is what it is. You guys are going to see all of it, race footage and everything. I'm going to have a chest cam. Sorry for the guys who don't like chest cams, but it is an AMA event. I cannot run a helmet camera. So chest cam, I'm going to have the drone doing cool stuff. Hopefully get some footage of the pros doing awesome stuff. We got a prologue race. We got all kinds of stuff going on. I'm going to be filming everything from driving up there to the camping situation, my camping situation, all that good stuff. So make sure you subscribe, guys, because we're going to be doing some cool stuff. I love you. I hope you get out and spread the gospel with two wheels. And I desperately hope that what I'm doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to take some chances, do some different stuff, and get out and ride your dirt bikes.